Hi, I'm Skilla, and this is Nerd Stuff with Skilla, and today I wanted to talk about the first episode of Season 2 of Stranger Things. There will be spoilers ahead, so if you haven't seen through episode 1 of Season 2 of Stranger Things, you might want to get on that. This episode takes place about a year from the end of the first season, and we're kind of catching back up with the main characters again. Not a ton of things happen in the first episode. We find out that there's a character named Murray who's a conspiracy theorist, and he is trying to convince Hopper that there's a Russian conspiracy, and he's kind of making references to Eleven and maybe another girl. We know that there is another experiment kid who is on the loose. We see a tattoo on her wrist that says she's 8. The number 8. We see that Joyce is banging Sean Astin, so that's cool for her. We kind of see that Steve, Nancy's boyfriend, is trying to make his life a little bit better. He's trying to get into a good school and stuff, but then he kind of resigns himself to growing up and working for his father. She's like, no, you can do better than that. But she's still eyeballing Jonathan, so we'll see where that goes. She's trying to get him to go to this party. The flyers said, let's get sheet-faced, and had like a ghost costume on it. It was kind of cute. They both go to dinner with Barbara's parents, who know Murray, the conspiracy theorist guy. They're like trying to sell their house so that they can pay him to investigate Barbara's story. There are 2 new characters so far this season. I don't think that the older brother has been named yet, who all the girls are like drooling over. And the younger one is a girl named Maxine, or Max, who the main boys in the story are like all drooling over. Mostly Lucas and Dusty, though. Will is kind of being harassed at school. Somebody's dropped a headline where of him coming back, and it calls him Zombie Boy in it, which is kind of lame. Like, stop being jerks to him, guys. He's a sweet patootie, and you can't do that to him. There's a field full of poisoned pumpkins in town, and I'm sure we'll find out what that's all about. Now, the main thing that's going on in this episode that's, I'm sure, leading up to where we're going to go is that Will is having, like, visions of the Upside Down, like maybe he's slipping between different dimensions. We also see a snippet of this, like, many-headed monster in the distance during one of Will's little Upside Down visions. And it's going to be really cool. And he's going to see and talk to somebody at the same facility that the gate to the Upside Down is kept in. And they're just like, he's got PTSD and he'll be just fine. It's going to get worse before it gets better, but it's going to be okay. While he's in there talking to the psychiatrist, he's being watched over CCTV by another group of dudes. Joyce clearly mistrusts this doctor, but there's a really like touching scene with Mike going into his little like tent where him and Elle would hang out, and he's like trying to communicate with her over the walkie-talkie, but he just gets Dusty over the walkie-talkie, and it's pretty sad. He looks really sad. And at the end of the episode, we find out that Hopper has Eleven at his house in the woods, and he's like set up traps and stuff to try to kind of protect her. He knocks on the door with a coded knock, you can tell. And it's really cool that we get to see our girl back. Now, if you have noticed, I am not in my usual surroundings. I am at a friend's house because I don't have internet, so I'm going to watch Stranger Things over here and try to do videos after every episode that I watch. I'm excited for this season. I think it's going to be great. I know I'm late, but that's okay. This episode is pretty good. It wasn't action-packed or anything, but it was interesting, and I'm excited to see where everything goes from here. Comment down below if you want to have a discussion about Stranger Things Season 2. Please try not to be too spoilery in there. Give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe if you want to hear about more nerdy things from me. And as always, thank you so much for watching.